Hi guys, I'd like to talk a little bit about my experience with allergies. So, yeah, I mentioned that I had allergies in one of my first videos about my condition, but now I'd like to get like a little bit deeper. So, so of course I was born with allergies. I had allergies when I was very young, and this is mostly related to pollens and some animals like cats and dogs. Um, though I didn't necessarily know that at the time when it comes to animals. Definitely mostly pollens. And so I experienced a lot of congestion and anything related to that, sneezing and stuff. It was terrible for a lot of years of my life, actually more than 20 years, because I didn't necessarily like, I didn't really use anything, no medication at all to try to fix that. Unfortunately, my parents didn't really help me too much with that. So it's only after like I said, it's just after 20, when I was 20 years old. It's after that, maybe a little bit before 25, that I started to take it seriously. So I went seeing some, like a NAN specialist and to see what they could do about that. So I did some allergy tests, skin tests, and just to confirm what I was allergic to. And so I saw the list of all the trees, pollen trees, and stuff related. Um, so I started to take some medication, some corticosteroid. That's what they say, in different ways. Um, and yeah, it got much better. It took a couple of weeks after using that. Definitely got a lot better in terms of congestion and sneezing, any of that. It was mostly gone. Not perfect, but it was a relief. Though over, I'd say, since I used some of those medications and over years, um, actually for a lot of time, sometimes I stopped using it for a certain amount of weeks or months and reintroduced it. So I don't know. Maybe I stopped using some of those medications prematurely. So maybe I got some side effects or related to that. I don't know. Maybe I used it for too long. So um, it's hard to say for sure. So one of the things that I use is sinisterance with the corticosteroid through my nose is what I use most of the time. Also used another different way to use corticosteroid. So I use different things, but this is what I use, and it's the most efficient. I used that for years, but I have some doubts about side effects. So I don't know if I experienced something after using it for too long. I don't know if there's something going on with that. Also, since I have to actually use the sensors through my nose, I don't know. It feels like sometimes, well, sometimes some water gets stuck inside my sinuses, and you have to get it out. Yeah, to lean left and right to get the water out. So, which can be annoying, but at the same time, it feels like, hey, what if like this is something that could make me feel a little bit, I don't know, more tired, or there's a little feeling to it. I don't know if it's related to gravity and my other problems with my deviated septum, like I said, my other problems with my nose, it could be the case. So, because the alternative of this medication is not as effective for me. Um, so that's kind of a problem. So okay, recently I also stopped. Actually reduced this medication, and it didn't take too long. That right now I'm experiencing a lot of skin hitching. It's coming back a lot. This is very annoying, and it happens pretty much all the time. But I was trying to actually try to remove it, but there's still a lot of pollen right now, and also it's in September, so I don't know if I'm going to try something else or take it like I used to, the normal dose. We'll see. So I definitely terribly underestimated my problems with allergies. I didn't realize that. I knew that it was obvious that I had congestion and all this like at the time, but then there's some fatigue related to that, some stuff that I didn't realize, and I became, after my septoplasty, it seems like it's pretty much around that, allergies became much worse. I became so much more sensible, and this is terrible, really. Okay, the difference between now the medication doesn't work as well. Listen, I became so sensible that I can, like, just open a drawer and already feel some allergic reactions. Okay, I don't even have to open it. I just constantly feel more allergic reaction. Actually, I was wearing masks before COVID-19. That's right. I started doing that when I realized that I got some congestion and allergic reactions while reading books. Imagine that. So I started using masks not only while reading books. So it's definitely unusual, but sort of restraining, even while writing on paper, even using my e-reader, my Kindle, even looking, there's really some bacteria or stuff in there, because you can also experience allergic reactions with that. So listen, in my current condition, it feels like I have to wear a freaking mask most of the time, which is it's pretty funny when you think about it with the current condition, current situation with the coronavirus. But anyway, I started doing that long before you guys. Okay, this is how bad it has become, and there's no end in sight. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. If I'm going to have to take some shots, I'm not really interested in that. It seems that it takes a lot of time, that you constantly have to go out there to get some shots for pollen, and I don't know if it's going to work. It seems to be exhausting, but who knows what's going to happen in the future, because I'm so freaking sensible, and it seems that I started to have a lot more inflammation, which will explain. That's why I have some problem. I have some problem with histamine. That's why I also try to look at histamine food that can create an histamine response, or OBI, or simply high in histamine. So very complicated situation here, and also, believe it or not, I can get some allergic reactions to toothpaste. I'm not joking. So right now I'm actually using some like around $10 toothpastes. Okay, I tried so many different toothpastes in the last couple years. None of them are perfect. Okay, so I just feel that I need like a custom made toothpaste, just for me. And hopefully this will happen in the future. So I also have to mention that I have oral allergy syndrome, which is that some food have similar molecules, okay, proteins, than some pollens, which can lead to some allergic reactions. Okay. And I absolutely didn't realize that at the time. This is like in the last 2 years, I think, that I realized that, something like that. So this is very problematic because you become even more paranoid. You just don't know what to eat. Okay, so I had to get rid of a lot of stuff, especially nuts and a lot of vegetables actually do give me reactions even if I cook them. So again, this is something that most people in the world don't realize, and I know that probably a lot of you have a certain degree of oral allergy syndrome, okay, and you don't know it. So I think that's very important to talk about that, because this is very annoying. It feels like sometimes you have to accept that some food are going to give you some congestion a little bit, or some allergic reactions, but since we have to eat, a lot of those foods are very healthy and important. So it feels like you have to make like a sacrifice, and yeah, you have to look at the positive, negatives, and make a decision, and sacrifice yourself, and still force yourself to eat certain things that you don't want to eat. But that's about it. That's how bad it is for me. This is terrible. And I don't have much hope related to allergies. Just thinking about it, everything that I've tried. Also, right now it's freaking hot. Okay, we are in the summer, so I have to close my window, and I also use some fans, but I know that it affects me. Okay, I use them because it's so hot, but even that definitely affects me. So if this is terrible, it feels like I cannot have my windows open, that I can use some fans. Just to give you, okay, this was just to give you a great idea of what I have been going through here, okay, for the last couple of years, and what I'm still going through right now. It's definitely something that you wouldn't expect. So that's about it, and wish you to have a nice day, and see you in the next video.